Hello everybody, this is Tyler here once again from the Other Games channel, back with another Doctor Who collection unboxing showcase video. This time I have the limited edition UK release of Season 23, which was Colin Baker's second full season and also his final full season as the 6th Doctor. Now, this set came out in late 2019, so it's been over 4 years at this point since it's been out. Of course, there is a standard UK release of this, which is, readily more available and cheaper. And also the US version, as always. Anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at the artwork right here. There is the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker, with his more curly hair, I guess he had in this season, compared to the less amount of hair that he had in Season 22. There's his outfit. And here are all the bad guys and monsters on the fronts. We have the Valyar, we have a Vervoid, we have, I believe this guy's name is Dratho from the Mysterious Planet. We have Syl, who is in Mind Warp, and he previously appeared in Vengeance on Varos from the previous season. And I honestly don't remember her name, but she was also a part of the trial scenes from this season. And there's the BBC logo, Doctor Who, Collection Season 23 at the bottom. Rated 12, and it's a 6-disc set. And to my knowledge, this was the last collection set that we have as of right now that has 6 discs in it, so that's interesting. Here's the spine of it. Now, interestingly enough, unlike most of the spines on these limited edition collections, they usually leave out the villains and monsters from the front cover, but for some reason with this one, they actually kept them in there, which is kind of weird compared to the other ones, but there's that. And here's a look at the very back. Build your own Doctor Who archive with the Ultimate Collector set. The Trial of the Time Lord, which is basically, this whole season is just one story arc about the 6th Doctor going on trial on Gallifrey. The epic season-long adventure, all 14 episodes newly restored for Blu-ray and packed with hours of brand new extra material, including extended edits of every episode, Terror of the Vervoids, which is basically episodes 9 to 12 of this season, a standalone special edition, which is basically, not only did they update the effects on this episode, but they also, this story, but they also, I guess, cut out the whole trial scenes from it, just to make it, a bit more watchable. I have no idea. That's probably not the right word for it. Immersive 5.1 surround sound and isolated scores on all 14 episodes. Behind the Sofa, new episodes with Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant, Bonnie Langford, Fraser Hines, Mark Strickson, and Matthew Waterhouse. The Writer's Room, Eric Sayward, Philip Martin, Christopher Bidmead, and Wally K. Daly discuss The Lost Season 23, which for anybody who didn't know, Season 23 was originally going to be very similar to Season 22, where it was going to be 45-minute episodes, and it wasn't going to be a season-long arc like we ended up getting, but it was going to have individual stories. But because of the whole hiatus that Doctor Who went through in between 1985 and 1986, because of the BBC controller Michael Grade, who heavily hated the show that everybody knows, that ended up never happening, and we ended up getting Trial of the Time Lord instead for Season 23. However, I do think most of the lost Season 23 episodes did end up being made into Big Finish audio plays, so that's interesting. The Doctor Who Cookbook Revisited. Brave cast members tackle recipes from the 1985 official cookbook. The Doctor's Table. Join Colin Baker and friends for dinner. In conversation, Matthew Sweet chats to companion Bonnie Langford, which makes sense because this was her first season as Mel. Unseen studio footage. Rare archive discoveries. Blu-ray trailer. Colin Baker on trial. That's basically the trailer that was released on YouTube and on the internet. PDF written archive scripts and rare archival material. Each disc also features extensive special features previously released on DVD, including making documentaries, featurettes, deleted scenes, audio commentaries, infotext, and much more. Starring Colin Baker as the 6th Doctor, Nicola Bryant as Perry, and Bonnie Langford as Mel. Here's all that special little info on the bottom. And slide this out. Yeah. There you go. Excuse me. And here we have the full artwork without all the text on the front. Spine is the same as it was with the cardboard sleeve. And then the back of it shows basically the opening of the season with the TARDIS being sucked into this area that they're taking the trial in. So I guess I was wrong. It wasn't on Gallifrey. It was It was in that little space station kind of thing. It's been a couple years since I've seen season 23, so forgive me for misremembering some things. And here we have the little thing that has the booklet in there. And here we go. We have nice little artwork of the Sixth Doctor and the TARDIS on this pink ocean type of planet. And I guess that's supposed to be Saturn in the background, although this is a whole different planet in the show. Here we have the inside with the Doctor on trial, the Valyard, and of course Perry after the events of Mind Warp on the back. And here we are. Oh, here's also the inside of the TARDIS. I also noticed there's a little exercise bike. Interesting. Okay, here we have the booklet, which basically features the same artwork that was on right there. There we go. And the very back has a nice little photograph of Colin Baker in his Sixth Doctor attire. Here's a bit of info on the production of the season. Doctor Who on trial, which is very funny because this season kind of implied that not only was the Doctor himself on trial, but it was the show on trial because of the whole hiatus and the controller of the BBC, like I mentioned earlier, hating the show and wanting it canceled. Disc 1, which is Trial of the Time Lord, which is basically The Mysterious Planet, which is parts 1 through 4. Here's a lot of info on that. And then we got some artwork from the story of the Doctor and Dratho. And then we have, oh wait, sorry, that's not disc 2, my bad. I'm looking through this through my camera screen, so I don't get to see everything. Disc 2, which is basically Mind Warp, which is episodes 5 through 8. And then there's some artwork of Perry and Syl, and I honestly don't remember who this character is. I'll have to give this story a rewatch to find that out. Alright, we also have Disc 3, which is Terror of the Vervoids, which is basically episodes 9 to 12. Here's a photograph of one of them. And some artwork of a Vervoid and Mel. And then we have Disc 4, which is the Ultimate Foe. That's what it's called, which is episodes 13 and 14. And I believe this might also be where the In Conversation feature is. Yep, right here. Because I noticed modern day Bonnie Langford and Matthew Sweet right there in that photograph. I noticed that there's I don't notice any of the other collection sets doing this to my knowledge, but I noticed there's a lot of more photographs from the behind-the-scenes stuff in this box set, in addition to the stuff from the actual episodes, and this artwork right here of the Valyard with the Doctor, and I believe that's supposed to be Sabalon Glitz, who was also in The Mysterious Planet from this season. That's a nice little photograph. I need to rewatch this to figure out what this is all about. Or to remember it, really. There's the Master. I forgot he was in the Ultimate Foe as well. Can't escape the Master. Anthony Ainley. He was almost everywhere in 80s Doctor Who. Anyways, here are the bonus discs, discs 5 and 6, which disc 1 of the bonus discs contains the alternate edits of parts 1 to 8, and then bonus disc 2 contains the alternate edits of parts 9 to 14. And I guess this is the cookbook bonus feature is going to be on one of those discs, and I believe this was the dinner bonus feature as well, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, there you go. There was the booklet. Since this was an older collection box set, there's no advertisements for other Doctor Who merchandise. Alright, here we are on the discs. We have disc 1, which is The Mysterious Planet. Disc 2, which is Mind Warp. Disc 3, Terror of the Vervoids. Disc 4, The Ultimate Foe. Disc 5, bonus disc 1, and disc 6, bonus disc 2. And if we take the last disc off, we have, if I can just actually get it out, there we go. And, and voila! Colin Baker's face from the intro this season, which is essentially the same intro as season 22, except with a different theme music rather than using the trying to remember the name of the composer, the one that did the 80s music from like seasons 18 to 22. I don't remember. Correct me in the comments. Anyways, okay. So with that out of the way, that is the overview and unboxing, I guess you can call it, of season 23 of Doctor Who in the collection range. So, not much else to say. I do have one other collection set to still do a video on, that being season 24. And, of course, depending on when this gets uploaded, I also will eventually get season 15 and do a video on that. So, hope you guys are looking forward to the next couple of videos on this channel. And stay tuned for other content, whether it's related to Doctor Who or anything else. That being said, this is Tyler from the Other Games channel, signing out.